I'm thrilled to be here today with you.
Thank you.
For your new exhibition with Ouattara Watts called the Vertigo. What I would like to know is the name Vertigo. How did it come to the name? It's a very special
I think,
one.
well, basically this whole exhibition is a series that Ouattara has been working on for 1 year, and he usually starts that series with the title. And he started with Vertigo 1 and then he went on to Vertigo 2, Vertigo 3. I don't think there's any particular meaning that relates to the work in particular. I think it's more of a term that was relating to him personally, a word that he liked. As you can see, there's a lot of codes or symbols that come back into the works that it's difficult for you and I to understand, but they're all very repetitive and very personal to the artist. And I think the word vertigo is something that made a lot of sense for him.
And actually, what brought you two together?
Last year in May, I went to the art fair in Hong Kong, the Basel Art Fair in Hong Kong, and there was one booth that had 4 paintings of Ouattara. And I thought that the paintings were amazing, and I spoke to the gallerist. And we had one friend in common, actually, who lived in New York, who knew Ouattara. And he brought me down to Ouattara's studio just before the summer. And I looked at the works, and I met with Ouattara, and I got to learn more about his history and his, the school of artists that he was from, and the level of success that he's been having for many years now. And I was very impressed by his work, and I thought that he was truly a very, very nice and beautiful mind. And after a couple months, I offered him the possibility to do a show together. I said it was a great opportunity for me, and he hadn't had a show in New York in many years. His last big show was in Rome in 2009 with his main gallery called Magazzino. The people in New York, they know Ouattara for the past 25 years. He was represented at the time by very important galleries in New York, and all of those people had the chance to look at his work back then. And then he went on working with other dealers, and most people that knew his work from that time don't know his new works, basically. And I thought, showcasing such a big exhibition for him was a good opportunity for all the collectors that really loved his work to get a chance to look at a new series.
The artists you choose, their work is always related somehow to religion or very spiritual.
I think Ouattara's work are extremely spiritual. I think that's what he's trying to give away in those works. This is why they're so big and so powerful, basically because they really take in the viewers, and he's really trying to put people in a certain mindset when they look at these works. He's really trying to take your emotion and your brain and really have a strong and powerful impact in people's heads.
There's one painting called The Magic Book, and knowing that he has a spiritual background also from his grandfather, who is a sorcerer. Do you feel the influence of this background in his paintings?
In all of them. I mean, it goes back again to the sense of spirituality in the works.
Yeah.
I think that usually, people go there to get their mind healed, and I think these works are here. In a way, it's his language of healing people's mind.
What do you like best about this painting? This is your favorite one, right?
I love the material it's painted on. I mean, I've never seen a work painted on denim before, and I find this piece to be extremely powerful, but at the same time very peaceful and appeasing. And it's very minimal, but you get so much out of it. And I think the colors and the different symbols and the material that he uses on the painting. I mean, I think the composition and the colors is amazing, and I could look at it for days, really.
Regarding the materials Ouattara uses in his work, he goes also to the flea markets, right? To the warehouses. It's a very interesting process, how he puts together.
He's got different routes because he was born in the Ivory Coast, and he lived in France. He traveled all around Africa, all around the south of France. He lives in the fashion district in Manhattan, and he picks up different material from every trip. For example, his mom sends them to him from the Ivory Coast. Those bags that you have on these paintings, they're to carry food. They come from south of France and the Ivory Coast. It's got that hat there, stick. This is a hat from Nepal. This is fabric that he found in the fashion district down on his hat, because he's always going into flea market and looking for different material or texture that he can add to his painting. So the people where he lives, they know him and they know that he's always looking for something. So that someone dragged him in the street and said, "Come to my shop, I have something crazy for you." And they brought out this massive piece of denim.
It's a nice energy, actually, a nice approach to his work.
They're full of life.
Yes, they are.
You know.
What do you think, if Ouattara would have 3 wishes, what would you wish for?
I think the main one would probably be peace in the world, really.
What makes a great artist for you when you choose your artists?
It's a mix of things. First of all, is what I get, you know, when I look at the works the first time, what emotions do I get from looking at them, but also the technique behind the work and the personality of the artist is also very important, because when you want to make sure that you're working with someone that you can communicate with, and both of each, we can bring the best out of each other, and it's what makes a good team, really.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
Thank
a lot.
you. Thank you.
I love the ideas behind it, and that you go to the flea market and choose your pieces.
Oh yeah, find
it's
some
really
stuff.
cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.